Takes a long time to load, sadly. And then it starts. I mean, let's just try. Probably it will not work. We will see. I mean, he probably made it on purpose that it doesn't work. Then there should be a booster somewhere, I guess. Lots of people are going to the left or right. I mean, you have to try though. It can also be a fake, you know. Those people are stopping to the left. There is something. Ah, you go through the finish and then you actually reset that. But that's also interesting. Oh. Gonna try that with speed. No, that's not it, I guess. Here I don't really see something. In the middle pool, also don't see anything. Something beside that checkpoint? No. Going back to the start area. We had here the finish, of course. Ah, and we have here also something. Do I go left? Probably left. I'm gonna try left. Yes. Can't be it, but let's have a look in that room. There's nothing unless that cactus would be a checkpoint. Can I please reach it? Just to know car, please. Wow, actually ended exactly there. You can't do a lot unless you go back again. Uppsala. No. Maybe you have to go back again. But it has to be something that you couldn't do before, you know? And that disqualifies it a little bit. Because you could have reached that before. Ah wait, there was a freewheel, I think. You were in a freewheel. So maybe it is something here. And I have to watch these holes again. And then I go into the water pool. Yeah, you see, the water pool goes further. Uppsala. try again. Stay on the platform. Oh, this is not it. Just to the left. Okay. Was a simple one. What does if you go back? This is where you came from. But there you can't get. Is it still a thing? No. When you come from here, can't be a thing. So there must be something here, right? Holy moly. Is there a gap? Oh my god. Thanks for showing. There's a checkpoint, but what do I do now? What is the idea? Is it just dropping down? And there are people dropping here, so I will do that as well. Oh, but how did they know? I guess that I went out of the water pool into that checkpoint. If I would go again into the water pool, it wouldn't make much sense. So what is here? I land somewhere. I don't think that you can do anything there. The question is, of course, again, is there something else that you can do on this checkpoint? Yeah, you can just drop down and take the boosters, you know? That could be it. And now we overjumped that part. But we are back in the starting section now. That makes not much sense. Shouldn't we get more speed somehow, maybe? Ah yeah, of course. Let's go. I know I don't overjump the free wheel, but I have more speed anyway. Do I? No. I mean, I see that there in the back there is something here. So what was here? I don't have enough speed for that. Yo, thanks for the raid. Okay. Then I have to look around here. Here's also something. But couldn't I reach this earlier? Or is this the next checkpoint? It is. I mean, it's unclear. That could be actually the way. We don't know it. No, it's not. What is here? No, there's nothing up here. Oh, Lars is actually one position behind me. And why are they so good? My god. That's crazy. I mean, I have now here something and here something. Can you? Not really. Almost. Poor. That's where I come from. This makes no sense what I'm doing now, because you could have done that earlier. Yeah, I don't see it, because I was already in that section. Where are they all going? Oh, is it just that? We weren't in that checkpoint yet, right? Did not see that, I have to say. It is very confusing on this map to see where have you been already and where you didn't have run. Jump is a bit annoying to really know how much speed you need. But you can already turn around there. It's again such a bad position for me. Oh, it was actually a downhill. Yeah, also people coming from back there. I just realized. I see people here turning around. Now others see me turning around and get confused by that. No. I mean, it's all correct until here. Uh-huh. I mean, I would like to know what's on the other hole, if you can go there. It might be just a time loss to try it out. I think that I was actually pretty correct in my first attempt. I just need to see. I mean, here's also a lot possible. We are behind the start again, and you have several. We are also often here. Interesting. But this is not it. Do you again use the no? I mean, this would be now the same area, and I still have freewheeler. It makes no sense. This is dumb, right? What I'm doing. But where do you go? There are so many holes, you know. Maybe it is not a hole then. Maybe you just follow the track. I don't know. The other side made more sense. If, but this is a skill checkpoint and we don't have skill checkpoints. But weren't I in that checkpoint? Yeah, I was here already. I was here already, this is not it. Yeah, I'm clueless, to be honest. I'm really clueless. Ah, I saw it. Message. Not here. There are so many holes, you can actually, many parts just go down. Either you have to go full up or full down. That's the question. This is not it. I mean, there might be also a different strategy. This is where I come from. Where the checkpoint is, okay. But here is no. What is this red? Why is this red? I'm not sure if that's really it. Might be where I come from. Might be here though. To the CP? Yes. Here's nothing, unless that is where I come from. Was there another opening to the right? Or did I see that wrong? See it out wrong. Okay, we're trying it like that. We have here another room. Good. Nah, going down. Holes again. Here I don't see something. And here everywhere walls, if I see that correct. Here's the checkpoint. Hmm. Here's a checkpoint. Is this a part where I've been already? Do I really want to invest time and look around the corner? But there's as expected nothing. Ach, wait, am I now on the part where I came from? No. Yes? Yeah, probably on the part where I came from. This could be also a thing, because you have, yeah, maybe, yeah, this is the thing. I think I know what to do. Ach. What is my position? If I would build it, I would force players to go here. But I didn't build it. Okay, this was surprisingly simple and out of nowhere. Huh? Also seemingly simple. Just do the logic thing. I'm way too cautious again. I see him looking here and yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I realized that when I was on the bottom of that. I mean, all this way here is pretty long, like it's really not that clear that this is the line. Can also go here. How about that? You would think, oh, freewheel, don't go over, but there could be, of course, it could be the way, you know. But I didn't see a reset that close. I fucked it up though, I didn't really have much speed. Now I have more speed. No, we are here. This is not it then. I do the same shit again. No. These are the respawns that I really have to get rid of in this cup. Because, I mean, I was there already. Like, why do I just fail it? I have to go to the part where I've already been, maybe. That's at least the easiest way to do it. Just going back to where I've been, because there was still the other direction. Ah, wait. Black ledge. What is here? Next checkpoint. Ah. Well, I'll shortly look where it puts me to. Okay. Can you? Those players finish now. This... I think there must be a reset here somewhere. Must be, right? I don't see it. They all have speed in this section here. They all have speed. But how? Hi, how are they all finishing? What? Maybe you can actually make it, but you'd be surprised. It just feels as if they have no engine off so early. Oh, there's the reset actually. So this is the line, but felt like too difficult to be a check, to be a line. Maybe I'm also still doing something wrong, because I really do not have a lot of speed. But what can you do different in that section? I only have 70. $93. I have to try it. I have the feeling that I missed something though, because this should be difficult for other players, for some players at least. Naja. But now I'm over it, and I can have a look, because I can now jump to that platform, I think. Or at least over jump that freewheel, something. I tried something that was dumb. Oh, fuck. Let me check out this continues, because where does this platform lead to? Would like to have these people right in front so that I see what I do. I can go back, in theory, but then, and I can go with more speed over this. Yeah. What is behind here? Yeah. You know what I think what you have to do now? Oh, there's also a freewheel. My idea was to come again. You again go up. That's why I saw people here. Now I have much more speed, so that I can go over this. Mildly confused, I have to say. How did I get here? I was already looking. Look what he is doing. I'm literally clueless. It's always annoying when you have free wheels. Last finished now. Yeah, I don't get any points anymore. Anyway. Not going to like the idea is to go there with speed, but I don't know. There was another uphill. I need a lot of speed. I need to somehow overjump. I really don't know. Like, where else could you go? I wanted to skip the freeway like this. Maybe I find a way to do it. But from where do I get speed? Like, I do not get much speed, you know? Oh, I made it, actually. I made it. Okay, this is the next checkpoint. I have to back out though again. But this is still weird to me. It's still weird that... Because you need quite a lot of speed and usually you don't have these sectors. Like, I didn't really think that this is... that you have to do this because it looked so difficult. Was a black ledge. Yeah, this is easy. This is the next checkpoint as well. Creep. When you think it's basically logic. I mean, nice debate. Everyone saw that the checkpoint is on the second lane. So everyone probably did that. If you didn't do that, then you did a mistake, like... And I have to decide now in which direction I go. Shit. If you would just see that. So there was, you could overjump the gap, so that's the thing you had to do, I think. Of course now an unneeded respawn. But yeah, you had a booster to the left, a booster to the right, and it didn't look like there is a mountain going down. It looked like there was a slope. Oh. No. I mean, this is nice. And I solved it quite quickly. We've been here already. Yeah, we've been here already. So what is here? I also know that section. This was not the solution, but nice idea. With a bit less speed. Was he already? Oh, I saw that completely wrong. I saw that. It looked like it was a second opening, you know. Ah, someone turning around, because I also didn't see anything before. How did they come to that checkpoint? Ah, look. Why do I go down? I know which checkpoint that is. That's a mistake. Let's stay on the mountain, but it's probably also not it, because I came from that section here already. There was a checkpoint that I actually found quite quick. I mean, it's always possible that you have to do something back again. What is if you jump to the other direction? You can also jump to the right. Ah, this is also this checkpoint. I mean, I would like to find a solution to clear that jump, because I'm already super close to do it, you know? I'm super close to making that jump. But how would I make it? Currently, I'm still a bit... Because here is nothing in the back, you know? I was here already multiple times. You somehow get in there? No. I mean, why would you take that from the other side, you know? It only makes sense if you would like to land in here, under myself, but we were already at that section earlier, I'm pretty sure. And now I could jump here, but I wouldn't land anywhere. If you would just drop underneath the pipe, you could have reached that section earlier already, so that can't also be the solution. I'm a bit... So far I don't really see where to go. The way where we jumped there, we also have been there already. It's... I don't know. I mean, let's look again where we actually land. We could land here, for example. Have we been in that CP? Because then it was super easy in theory. Yeah, we have been there already. Which means that this section we could have reached anyway from already. What is he doing? He's trying to climb. Oh! Is it really hidden there? Why is there a gap? But no, I don't think that this is this. Ah, wait. No, to jump up there could be the solution. But haven't I found a different way to get to that booster? I was already here. But differently. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yes. Or was it just coming from this side? How did I reach the booster? I was already there. By just slowing down enough. Just over jumping here. What did I do though when I was at that booster? What did I do at this point? I did this, and then I saw the checkpoint. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And we actually did exactly that jump already. We did exactly that jump already. That is the reason, because this is just an old part. We've been here already. So what would we do now? What would we do different? It can't be the reason. Is that the checkpoint? Maybe? I have no idea what checkpoint that is, to be honest. I mean, most likely it is a checkpoint that I've been already in, but... And because, especially because I think you could have reached it then already earlier. But so far I don't know really where the last checkpoint is. So I just try. I just try my luck. I got rid of the freewheel at least. Let's go here. I haven't been there so far. Oh, don't tell me this is so easy. Yo. I thought about that earlier, but decided to not do it. So now it's all about map knowledge where the finish is. Nah, it wasn't that hard. I actually saw that earlier, but then I thought, couldn't you have reached that earlier already? But yeah, there were these two freewheels blocks, and now they make a sense. Like when I was crossing this part first with the two freewheels, I already had a feeling, But now it just felt so good to make that diagonal jump over the one freewheel that the other part just did feel too simple. I don't know. But it doesn't matter too much, like I couldn't have scored anyway good anymore. Yeah, let's have a look. The map was very creative but difficult to realize where you are. Look how it looks now from above. You see here there are multiple rooms. The room with this red plastic and so on, yeah. Multiple rooms. The start finish is somewhere here, I think. Yeah, here's finish and start. So let's go through the map again. Yeah, exactly. He did hide it there. Actually, it was... I kinda knew it and I should have just gone for it, to be honest. I thought about going there earlier, but all the other parts, it looked so tempting to try. Yeah. Until I figured out, like, it would have been much easier to realize if I would have realized that the brown platform where I tried to jump to, that I already have been there. But I didn't remember that I had exactly that brown platform already. Yeah. But yeah. Alright, so basically here's the start. The idea, interesting, yeah, that a finish block cuts off your freewheel. And now you always have to think, like when you start with a freewheel section, then you know that you can, and you had freewheel over this part, then you know maybe you can at some point come back for that. Yeah, so now we got to the first checkpoint. Here came the second room, and quickly you saw freewheel. There was nothing. Here was nothing. So, I mean, freewheel can always be that you still have to go over it. But yeah, you go back with speed, I think. Was that the solution? Did you actually do that? I always have to think again. Like, where did we actually go in that second CP? Because I was also stuck here for some time. Like, from the beginning I had a bad position, kind of. I think that I was going around. And yeah, I went through the start block again. Exactly. And that makes then also sense. You could have, of course, also taken here the speed in the first sector and then go between here to make the next part. But it is, of course, much easier if you have all the speed from far behind. So you have to cross that checkpoint here anyway. And then you went through the start again to the ramp and you just cleared it and made that to second checkpoint. Then I was in this section. I have to say one thing first. And during the race there were some checkpoints where I thought, oh nice, I got that kinda quick. But I didn't gain any positions, like I was from the beginning so far behind. There was one sector where I really thought I will come from 32nd down to like 15th or 10th. But nothing happened. Everyone ahead of me already got that. And I was so happy that I got that so quick. I was super surprised, like the level was higher, I had the feeling. But I don't know why I take so long to see to find the ways. Sometimes I go too slow to search for every opportunity. Sometimes I go too fast. So basically, when you went through that checkpoint here, you ended up in this room where I also then relatively quickly figured out that there is nothing, because you could go up here, but there was nothing. Over the freeway I was in this room, nothing. So actually that should have been very quick to figure out that you have to go back again. And through that water pool. And I mean, I have to watch back in my VOD, why the heck do I need so long to just then drive there? Because the logic I know. And I saw very quickly, no? I mean, I saw this freewheel and thought, okay, maybe there's some booster hidden here and that you can with more speed. But then first of all, I looked at that until I finally went into this room to see that there is nothing. And I mean, yeah, it's so obvious. I mean, why would I lose more time? Of course, I look at all these holes all the time. That also costs me time. But this with the water, I should have done it much earlier because there are just not many options. Here in the water, I was not sure if this continues as well. No, it doesn't. Alright, so yeah, then that checkpoint. That checkpoint leads you into this room, and I saw relatively quickly that it's here directly to the left. I didn't really look through everything that you can do here. But yeah, no, I was once on the top of this, I think. I mean, I kind of expected to go directly left anyway. You could have also gone here to the back. You could have jumped into the pool to look. But somehow I expected it here. And then there's already the next checkpoint, you kind of can see it. So that was simple. Then you are in this room here with the red plastic. And this is of course annoying, because in this room you first of all think that you have to use the red plastic, but you use it later. But you can't know. So I, of course, before I searched somewhere else, I searched the whole red plastic. It's just a 50-50 decision. I knew that this can be wrong. I knew it could be actually wrong to go through the red plastic. But I mean, why should it be wrong? Yeah, it could be that at some point you have a ramp and you can get onto the red plastic, and then this is actually the next checkpoint there. Could have been. Was possible. So it's a 50-50 decision if you look the other parts first or not. And I decided, yeah, to look there. So now I wonder, this section here, how is that even possible in the editor? How is that possible that there is a gap? I actually don't know the Team 2020 editor well enough to actually tell you why exactly can you build a gap here. I don't know it. I have no idea. I mean, I expected something like this, because here's everywhere wall, the only other thing is the red plastic, and behind you didn't have a freewheel. I also checked that, I also drove back and saw, yeah, so there was basically only this other option, and I should have looked there more closely. But I saw it kinda early because I saw people going in. This here is of course mean. On this part here, you really don't know. You see, you could drop down, take the boosters, yeah, but you have then freewheel, but is this then really meant to take that? You see, here you can't land, but yeah, you could land there. Or you can actually land there where others jumped in. But it's really the question, why did they actually go for that? Because when you were on the top, you didn't see what is down there. You couldn't see where you actually land. Yeah, there could have been anything. Okay, if you really stand right before, then you probably could see. But yeah, interesting. Also that you have here this kind of mountain where you have more space to land, so that you can also do a direct from almost where you get out. Yeah, and then you come to the next checkpoint. Here's of course the black ledge where we... you first think you might have to go over it. There were so many tracks where I then didn't go that logical thing, and then it was a logical thing. So I first of all just went over it and looked where I end up. Yeah, ended up nowhere. This is the part where I've already been. And yeah, then it was for me logic. Okay, basically we just came from here, had the idea, booster, but freewheel. It was actually exactly the part before, but I really forget that quickly, that this was right before this checkpoint. So, but now you can skip this. with the free wheels, so now you can take the booster, so it makes kinda sense. But I did this, but was this then actually correct? Wait, what was the line here? I mean, this was the thing that I did. Ah yeah, you could take the boosters and go to the right as well. It looked very tempting to overjump the freewheel, but it didn't lead anywhere. It looked like you should make this jump, maybe. Yeah, but wasn't. So you just had to go to the right. No, you didn't have to. I'm really thinking again, as if I was now for the first time in the sector. Did you go to the left? Back to the start? I have to think. Tight left. What? Hmm? Ach ja. Yeah, you jump over the engine block and then it's actually there. Oh my god. And you see, even with the free cam, and I drove it already, I don't find that. Yeah, it's just you jump over the freewheel and you have a lot of speed and then you just think, yeah, here's a ramp. It's so simple sometimes, you know? It's so simple. You just know you have to overjump the freewheel and that's it. There's not more than that. Then you have engine and you have a whole sector to actually look at. And yeah, here it is. It's so simple. You would have thought that you could have reached that already, but I mean, there's of course a reason why there is a huge uphill coming up. You never could skip that freewheel before. Was ever a chance to skip the freewheel? Yeah. It was very confusing on this map because you reused some parts near the start multiple times. Yeah, then you drove down here. This was nothing. This did lead to nothing. This was basically, yeah, this jump and then turn around and jump back. I was also here losing so much time because I looked in every single window. If there is something, I was looking here, I was looking there, I was looking there. Then I was looking down there. Is there a gap? I was looking here. I was going down here. Also nothing. Then I went here. Also nothing. Then I jumped with full speed and landed on the top and realized, hey, this is where I come from. Until I don't really, I don't know. It is so simple. And but I look everywhere else first until I actually see what you have to do. I had to look at everything else. Yeah, once you're on that checkpoint, you can of course also look if you can do something back. Oh, interesting, could have actually gone there, but doesn't help. No. Right beside the checkpoint, you have again this, but this part didn't help. Here to the right. No, this area. So you go down here, and this checkpoint I really took a long time. Yeah, again, you have so many windows where you can look at. On this checkpoint I really took long. So here you have the option left, free wheels. But I even did that twice, because I looked if there's a gap in these holes. Yeah, this is incredible how much I then try the wrong things. Like, because there could be a gap in the holes. It could be that you have to go over these free wheels. Not always you have to skip them, sometimes you have to go over them. But mostly when you find something where you went with speed over them. Yeah. So you go to the right. And here, yeah, it was the case that I went over that freewheel and saw then also one time here, no, this is not it, I have to be on the right side. Then I took the freewheel and tried to get up, did realize it's not possible to make it, and then I was confused, and literally this is the only hole on the whole track that I did not look at. I don't know how Tom manages to do that, but I look now, the reason why I'm slow is that I'm really looking at all the holes. And why do I exactly not look at this one hole? Exactly this one. Why do I not look at that one hole? I don't get that. Like, how could I not see that before? It is so confusing to me how this is possible. All the holes I look, just not this. And this is of course the one hole where you had to look. It's crazy. I lost like 4 minutes or something in alone this checkpoint. Yeah, this is then the easy way, then you jump out. I was actually ending up in this hole before and saw that there is a line and saw that there's also something here. Then I dropped down here again, drove back, but I had the freewheel. Yeah, didn't know that here's this gap. But yeah, so dumb. Don't know. If I'm unlucky or if it's something else, but that I am always doing exactly the wrong shit. It's crazy. So now we have this checkpoint. This was straightforward. I went directly for the blue pipe. Here you would definitely lose that area. You would drop down to these windows where I've been already. Okay. Back. You wouldn't go back because you could theoretically already do it from somewhere else. What is that checkpoint? Have you been here already? Yeah. This is another window. Yeah, no, I directly went to the blue pipe. There's also actually also black ledge with that you can end up here. Yeah, this was straightforward, kind of. It was really straightforward to make these jumps. And then you ended up here. This is a very interesting room. I don't know if you can... So basically you have here the checkpoint, and then on the other side is the next checkpoint. There. So, and now the thing is, if you always have an uphill, Elcon now finished, wow. If you always have an uphill on every single side, then, and you want to come from this side to the other side, then you have 2 uphills, so you go 2 places up. And the thing is that the checkpoint there, you can reach from the platform being 1 up. So you had to basically, you could see it if you directly go to the right. Then you saw, there's the checkpoint. Okay, so how do I get there? And the annoying thing is I directly went to the left and not to the right. So first of all, I was completely clueless, but when I saw the checkpoint, I understood it. Because I knew, okay, I need to find a place to drop down to one layer down, kind of. I think I did it here. In the end, I had to actually drop 2 layers down. Here, and then I went to the checkpoint. But I still want to see this more. If I had continued here, where would I end up then? Oh, look. You would actually end up somewhere. You would end up here. I've been later here, that section. And I've been in that section after I crossed the checkpoint. Then I went back and looked here, but yeah, of course, that can't be then, because you could have reached it already from that sector where I'm just in. Yeah. So you actually had to drop twice down. But whenever later you would like to drop down, that was actually simple. You just have to drop down once. This road here follows completely. If you now drop down, you end up basically in the starting road. Because you're correct here, you know. So you basically only had to drop at some point through one hole. Yeah, at some point, from here you can see it nicely. Because the road to the checkpoint, not directly the road to the checkpoint, but almost, it basically just followed. It's all the time there, but for a long time you don't have holes. The first hole is here. And now the thing is that this road here that you drop to, it will, when it has holes, always drop to the to the road where we come from, back. Because you just dropped 2 layers. So you have to go back to the part where the starting road is not there. And this is only here the case. Yeah, this is how you can explain it the best, I think. So, next checkpoint. Here I also tried a lot of things. Because there are quite a lot of ways. So I had this long room. And the way here. Also could reach that way from here. You also could go down, but this is a part where, yeah, exactly. This is then this. Then here's a booster. So this is then something, maybe. Here the eyes, again I looked at both holes, again nothing. Because whenever I look, then there is nothing. Obviously. Then here, nothing, okay. So, yeah, it must be the booster, right? So, now the thing is, you can of course also not take the big jump, you can also land here. And this is the thing that you had to do. You see the booster and you know that you can actually land on top here. But was it possible to land on top here? Let me check. Was it possible to land on top? Probably it was, but where does it lead to? That's what I want to see. Ah yeah, into that room. I think I've been in almost all the places again. I don't know if it was in this checkpoint that I figured those things out, but yeah, I felt like I had that actually early, this checkpoint. That you have to slow down. And then I saw the pipe and I saw, ah yeah, exactly, backwards and then jump here. And here, this is the checkpoint where I think, where I thought I would overtake a lot. And then I didn't. Then I ended up here. You see on the left side something, on the right side something. Of course I went first left, just to see there's nothing. Obviously I did it wrong. Then I went to the right. And maybe I even dropped down here, which was then also wrong. Then I went here, of course, outside of the snow, also wrong. So you go here, and then this is it. Like, this is so simple, you know, it's so simple. But again, I did every other direction first, yeah? Like, for example, the snow line also. Why did I do everything else first again, than just driving this line? Yeah, there are always the things where I lose like 20-30 seconds easily, or a whole minute. Then I ended up in that checkpoint, and here of course is directly that booster, where I think, yeah, that maybe you have to take it. This did not work, and I had it pretty good in my first try. It wasn't even close. Here we came from, back into that direction, no. So yeah, to the left. Taking the ramp, and you could actually land here on top. Now the question was, what do you do here? I took here some time, because there were so many options. But you can do. One idea was you actually go over the freewheel, and I jumped nicely through this hole. Felt like, yeah, maybe there's something, but no, I'm ending up on that street. Then of course later, my pre-last checkpoint, you could also jump here to that one. But this is also where I come from already, but it's always difficult to know in this kind of map because the scenery looks the same everywhere. I know the directions where I was, kind of, but not in which height and so on that was. So yeah, then I just followed here, and yeah, here's basically the checkpoint that I'm just in, that I just came from, and this is where I then end up. Yeah, and it was basically just really press forward. But even when I was here, I did it not correct, because I dropped down into that checkpoint, but this is this checkpoint. But I saw that too late. From here you don't see the black ledge, and then it's not really, then you don't really recognize the checkpoint. So going to the right also doesn't look too good. It's this road again. But it's actually the black ledge then. I saw that in the second time I jumped here, I think. That there was actually here a black ledge. Yeah. this here looked directly like her, backwards on the pipe and then jumping here, but no, there's nothing. The pipe itself, also nothing. So I had to be straight. Did it? Or did it not? Because you end up here in the water. Because I look in the water. Yeah, I'm not so sure anymore. Where did we have to go? Ach yeah, no. This is why, because I found it so quick. Because when I was on that side here, yeah, and I dropped into the checkpoint, I saw that there was a mountain there as well. And this is the reason why I then found out that I can actually maybe drive on that mountain from this side. And so I did that, and oh, look there, I ended up on the correct spot, directly into that checkpoint. And this is another part where I thought I would gain a lot of places, but I didn't, because I did that very early. And this is then also this checkpoint where I figured out, freewheel? Nothing, freewheel. Weird. And I saw that there was an opening to the right. I mean, I saw that, I knew that, why just did I not think about then actually landing there? It was just too tempting in that checkpoint here to overjump that freewheel, because you could do it, you know, you could do it. So I just thought, yeah, let's do it. I don't know. But it didn't matter at that point anymore. I should have just done that because I kinda knew it, but yeah, sometimes it's not explainable why I don't do the things that I kinda knew. Yeah, so now this section here, yeah, hidden red boost, I saw directly, yeah, but in the end, I mean, how would people lose time in this sector? There is nothing you can do. Back you have the freewheel, to the left nothing, to the right you directly see, no, can maybe once jump into that pool, but I mean it's really simple. But I felt still nice that I got it then so quick. But actually there was just no other choice what you could do. If there would be other choices, I would then do first, of course. Yeah, now comes this checkpoint, and here I lost on all hopes. We had the first finishers here already, so that was very demotivating, and I was a bit surprised by that checkpoint, because I had the feeling that it needed some skill to actually reach that reset block. And usually these maps should be kinda simple. They always were simple, so that everyone can easily reach it. But to be honest, this here did not feel simple at all. Like, really getting that speed? Am I missing something in this checkpoint, in this sector? Because, I mean, yeah, of course, I also made it, but not consistent, and it was also unclear how inside or outside you should take the turn, but I mean, I took it a bit too close, for sure, in many attempts. Nevertheless, I'm super surprised. Like, is there... Oh. I see it now. Oh my god. It's so annoying. Well, I still made it to the reset, so I am skilled. Yeah, because it goes here into the block, you don't really realize that easily. Because this is like blocked, and then you don't... Yeah, I don't know. Here I did not really see that it's not centered because you approach it so diagonal. I don't see the middle line that well. Like, nah. Yeah. Okay, I have to look at these tops here. That this is. Yeah, it makes no sense why people had easily enough speed. For me, this was garbage because I did not see that. But I knew I can make it to the reset, even with freewheel. I was able to actually reach it, but that's why I was so confused, because I all the time thought that must have been wrong. Because it can't be that, like, how should all players make that? Getting such a drift and have enough speed there. Naja. And then I was, because I didn't know that you can skip that freewheel, I was then, after getting to reset, always thinking, yeah, maybe you should now come back into that area so that you go again up here and take speed, because now you can go over that free wheel with much more speed. So maybe that's the idea. But no, you could already have no no free wheel here, so that makes of course then sense that you don't go back. Yeah, and then it also made sense why here is a free wheel. It was basically for the people that were not free wheeled yet, so that they don't have it very easy here. They have to have that free wheels first, so that they need to go to the reset and then back, and then that means, yeah, you can make that jump here. I failed my first attempt. This jump here still feels a bit difficult. I was not sure, is it better to overjump the free wheel straight or better here, but for sure this is the solution. I was still a bit unsure, like from where to get speed, because you have here the penalty crest, which is also the way I made it then, from the penalty crest and then directly there. Or do you have to turn around here, and is that enough speed? It felt so far, that jump, I don't know, it felt far. It felt also difficult. That was why this was so confusing. Do you really have to do that? It felt so difficult, you don't really have a nice way to get speed here. But actually the jump was possible. And then it was simple, of course. That also so typical. Once I then finally was here, I slowed down before that free wheel just to see, oh yeah, there is the checkpoint. Had to back off again, losing another 15 seconds to finally come here. Oh, yeah. Yo, it free wheeled the entire thing. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so now we came to that checkpoint here, where you quickly see, okay, yeah, have to turn around. This is of course, yeah, Tom comes in a nice moment. This is, if there is a person who did not fall into this, then I don't know. Like, I mean, everyone sees easily that you have to go onto the right ledge. Everyone sees that. You see the black ledge, you recognize the boom if you were already there, and obviously you go back here. Like, how would you know that? But no, actually, if you're super highly clever, you could of course see at that moment here that this way definitely leads to the checkpoint, even though this little thing there could also be there, and you wouldn't know. But yeah, what you maybe don't see if you just come here is that it's here really connected on the right. That it's connected here. I'm not sure if I could ever see this platform block there when I drive here. First the wall is away, is ahead of it, and once I get away from the wall, you see, don't really know if it's connected. So I just go and you pretend it's then not connected and you go directly behind. Yeah, I don't know. But getting that checkpoint, okay, straight is not clever. Here I directly saw the black ledge again. This was like a phase of sectors with black ledges, so first of all I took of course here the jump, but it leads back to the finish, of course, with more speed than you had in other tries. But yeah, saw the black ledge then. Of course I failed this here. Yeah, I came up here and then I saw, okay, left a booster, right a booster. What do I do? And I was standing here and it looked for me as if this is a normal slope. So I could actually also come back, I thought. I thought I can just go here, and if it's wrong I can come back and then I can drive beside the booster here. That was what I thought. Instead of just jumping, I was then basically trying to slow my car down to just look what is there. Yeah. And of course I fall down. I didn't even look what is to the left. Here we also have stuff. Here you would probably end up in a part where we already been, exactly. With the ramp, you can't really jump anywhere that nicely. Yeah. But when I saw this after my fail, I knew that this is the way. And yeah, next checkpoint. and then you directly just jump and then you see, ah, nice. And I like this puzzle. This puzzle was cool. The thing is, of course, you didn't really know where you land. I mean, you land somewhere here, but then I also managed to land up on this platform, but it was a bit edgy here. First of all, I of course went down here, realized no, there is nothing. I went back, and yeah, then you go up, and I mean, it's kind of obvious. You just end up in this platform section. You could of course think, can I already jump? But I figured out this can't be enough speed, so yeah, now there were so many options from this platform. Here to the right, to the other side was also looking good, and then I of course fell down, so this was annoying. But yeah, then I knew I have to try it here. I kinda also knew it because it felt like so sensible to go away from the direction we want to go. And then you had all these little ups. You even dropped down again once. Yeah, it's an interesting, this section. Really interesting. But then still others also got it super fast. Because there are not too many options. But it's interesting what was achieved to build with this little thing here. Yeah, then I ended up here. And here I don't need to say anything, like it was. Sadly, I didn't know that I was actually already on that platform. That was a bit unfortunate, that I didn't realize that I was already on that platform. I didn't remember that jump that we had earlier. And of course here also freewheel, but yeah, I quickly saw leads also nothing. So what did you do then? I mean, I also think sometimes there are reuses in these maps. So you basically jump to a part where you have been already, but you have been there freewheeled. But now you could jump down here and land somewhere randomly. It's hard to remember if you have been freewheeled in that section or not. It's a little bit difficult to say that. But yeah, turning around came early to my mind, and I don't know why I didn't do it. But really felt like you have been here already, maybe. But of course, there were the two freewheels. It made sense. Don't want to talk about it longer. So yeah, and then from this checkpoint, the only question is, where's the finish? And this I actually know. This I knew. Here's the checkpoint, and I knew that I have to go into that direction. I knew that. So that much I have like of orientating sense. I directly went here to the left, and then here there are multiple ways. Was this the way that I took or not? I don't even know. I mean, I was here in that checkpoint, so I probably dropped down, and then I end up in this part here. Maybe I actually cleared that jump, I don't know, and then I went to the right. Yeah, this is it. And it's a good map. But I don't know what I have to do different in my gameplay to finally I'm a bit more lucky. It seems that in every checkpoint I always do the wrong decisions. I always search at every other spot than the spot where you actually have to go. It's always the last thing I look. Yeah, and then it's also a bit demotivating because I was from the beginning far behind. Not sure. The first checkpoints, the very first checkpoint didn't matter too much, but of course you have directly that freewheel here, and of course I went first right to look for a booster, first straight, then right, then left. Of course it was the last option I took. Yeah. Then here also did all the stuff, went here, looked at the hole, looked everywhere, looked in this hole. Until I then thought, okay, let's go back. But then there's the finish, where you have more speed, maybe you can jump, but no. Until I then really went here, and there's still an option. You can also go to the right here, of course, because you're freewheeled anyway, so no. You cannot even go here. There are so many options. yeah. But yeah, I'm done. Yeah, what was last position now? 12th. I mean, that's still some points, and he was behind me in the beginning. I need at least one more good cup here. But people are getting really good. I was really surprised how fast they partly have been. It's really confusing. Wait, was I really so long on the server that the map ended? Wait, I can continue. Wait, let's hunt it. Let's hunt it, guys. I started a little bit late, but that should be fine. I looked now so much into it, I should hopefully remember where to go. Hopefully. Wow. Yeah. Unfortunate. Was obvious, kind of, right? I have to think. Wait. What was that checkpoint here? Ah, yeah. It's this one. I searched for some booster, but I didn't see it directly. want to make it. This is a platform piece, by the way. So I can get really good speed now. After 101 at least. Off on metal. Yeah, 20 points.